good afternoon and welcome to Ed's Orchids. Now today the only thing we've got is this coconut husk. I'm going to test it again. This is the last time, and this is the last time I'm going to soak it and try and cure it before I'm going to use it on 4 plants I've ordered. So we'll see what goes on. Then I've got all the phragmipediums to water, and tomorrow I've got all the cattleyas to have a look at. So let's get on with having a look at the husks, the ins and outs of using it, and why you should use it and why you shouldn't. Well, we'll go and have a look at the coconut husk soaking now. If you remember, it's set off at 799 parts per million, and this then it dropped to sort of, I forget now, was it between 200 and 300 after the first soaking, the second soaking. Now this is the third soaking, so we'll see what it's at now. Well, look at that. You see it? 26. That's all it's at. 26. So I'll do it again. I'll give it another soaking because I'm going to get this down to less than 5. Then I know it's okay to use. Move all this to another bucket and give it another soaking. And see what it drops down to that. Leave it for a couple of days. And then see how much more it's dropped. Put them in here, then I'll fill that up again with a new lot of RO water. I'm just wondering if any more of it's sunk to the bottom. Because I heard from somebody that the stuff that is sunk to the bottom would be quite good stuff. So I'm going to collect that. And I'm going to dry it all out before I use it. Yep, there's still quite a bit of stuff on the bottom, so I'll sort that out in a while. Now this bucket is the rubbish that sunk to the bottom after the first 2 soakings is in here. And this has just been soaked for the 3rd time, and this is on wow. This is only on 12. So we'll give that another good soaking and see if we can get that one down. 1, 2, 3. Well, it's a couple of days since I've done that video that you've just seen about the coconut husk. So this is 2 days after, and it's got its final soaking. So we'll just have a see what the coconut husks are like, and we'll have a look at the rubbish from the bottom, see what that's like. Test the TDS of this one with the coconut husks. And I think it's going to be alright. Yep, it's 3 parts per million. Just show you, and I'm not twisting you. 3 parts per million. So we'll just test the rubbish one, which is the 4 one. Yep, we'll just test the TDS of this one. That's got most of the coconut fibre in. And press the hold button. And that also is at 3. So I think we have virtually cracked the salt content of this, haven't we? Yeah, I think we've cracked the salt content of this. So I've been checking up on coconut husks. Took me about a couple of hours last night reading up this and reading a bit up that and see what it does and see what it doesn't. And the only downside to this is the salt content. As, from what I can gather, the one that's called quire, which is the stuff that's like it's a big ball of cotton, that sort of stuff. The downside to that one is that it compacts and can hold far too much water, right? And that's all I can find that's wrong with them. Now the benefits of coconut husk are that, well, I believe it's extremely good for Phalaenopsis. It retains water, it's longer lasting, it allows the medium to stay wet and it never gets soggy. It's rich in lignin, which makes it oblivious to fungal and bacterial growth. And the husk can be used continuously for quite a number of years, requires less maintenance, and it's cheaper, isn't it, than buying bark. Now when you feed your plants, you give them nitrogen. Now the plants don't get all that nitrogen. The bark uses quite a lot of it, and it uses it so that it can decompose. When I say bark is generally made up of a lot of cellulose, and the cellulose deteriorates quite rapidly when it gets nitrogen to it, which is just the opposite of lignin. Lignin is sort of a, or what would you call it? Well, lignin is, it's much harder than the cellulose in the bark, so it takes much longer to break down. And lignin is it's composed of organic polymers that are essential in building cell walls to plants, much as calcium is beneficial to orchids for doing exactly the same thing. But I think this lignin is that it says builds cell walls is mainly, or all the main surveys that have been done on it are for garden plants. But seeing as we've got it down to less than 5 TDS, then this is quite alright to use. I mean, I've been waited. I ordered 4 plants from Germany, and they told me they'd sent them on the 8th. It's now the 15th, and the track and trace method I've been following ended on the 10th in Germany, and when I track and trace it now, it's still in Germany. So I've written to I've emailed the people I'm buying it from to see what can be done about this, because in this weather they're not going to be so healthy, are they? If it takes a fortnight to 3 weeks to arrive. So we'll see what happens with that one. Well, to finish up on this curing of coconut husks, I can only say that I'm quite fortunate enough to have vast amounts of RO water to soak it bucketful after bucketful. These have had 4 soaks in bucketfuls of RO water, and as you can see from the 3 TDS, it works very well to remove the salts. So we'll call that the end of this one, and the only time I can ever video anything about the coconut husk is if the plants, which I was supposed to be getting, are doing well in it. But that's one of them times when time will tell. Well, the only thing I've got left to do today is to water the phragmipediums. So I've got all the water ready, and I've got it round about 15-16 degrees, which is what, centigrade. Yep. And because I like it cool like that, because the phragmipediums do like the roots to be cool. So if anybody's having trouble with the phragmipediums, make sure the roots are cool. Makes a big difference. I'll just do a few of these and then test the TDH again, see how much of the fish blood and bone is going through. Put that one back. And what's this one? There's another one. This is a Kawakii hybrid with Sargentianum, just a division of that really big plant I've got. And this one is coming into bud now. I'll just do another one, then we'll test it. And this one is a grande. Just pure RO water, nothing else. And we'll just get this all winter. Right, I've done those three. Let's have a look at the TDS. If it's going up too much, then I'll change the water. No, it's only on 9, so I'll do that for a few more. Right, we'll do this Ricteri next. And that's about all I have for today. They don't want me to see me watering 40 or 50 of these. But thanks very much for watching. I hope I've given somebody some idea about the coconut husks, and it remains to be seen if things work out. So thanks very much for watching, and thank you all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd be very pleased if you did so. And until next time, I'll see you all later.